My name is Rhiannon Shagana, and I'm going to be talking about the correlation of the religion of the early American settlers and their prejudiced behavior. The religious faith of the Puritans was the driving force behind their relocation to America. They left to escape the church that was oppressing their choice of religion and the way they practiced it. When they got to the new lands, they claimed they had a covenant saying that they had to create their civilization to prove to the rest of the world that they could overcome any obstacles, to prove that they were in fact God's chosen people. Of course, with a mindset like that, you're likely to believe that you're sort of high and mighty, and eventually sort of believe that others are less than you, and particularly if they're different from you. The religion told them that they should be nice to others and give more than they take, but ironically enough, they moved to the American lands, pushed the natives aside, and took from them whatever they could obtain within reason. Or without reason, I suppose. In John Winthrop's model of Christian charity, we can see part of the philosophy of the religious people that moved to America. He states, "Now, the only way to avoid shipwreck and to provide prosperity for our people is to follow the counsel of Micah, to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with our God. So we shall keep the unity of the Spirit in bond of peace." Here he states that God is looking for them to be merciful and humble, and have a peaceful immigration of people only looking to take what they need in order to practice the faith in the name of the one they love, their Lord. But of course, there are plenty of ways that we can see that they don't necessarily implement this with the natives. Beginning with William Bradford's A History of the Plymouth Plantation, we can see how the Pilgrims interact with the native people. William Bradford discusses how the white men moved into Native Americans' territory and slaughtered the innocent people and took their territory, but they believed that it was actually God's will, and they thanked him for basically allowing them to slaughter these people and take their homes, because they believed that in fact they were succeeding in settling into the new world as their covenant had asked of them, and they were doing the right thing despite the lives it cost. William Apess wrote as the Native American's perspective, educating the white man on the treatment of his people and the treatment that they had been receiving, and the irony that their treatment is against the word of their Lord, whose name they claim to do it under. Apess spoke on the poor treatment of his people and basically related it to different parts of the Bible that was meant to speak against the treatment that they were receiving. So Apess references several things like how the people said that their skin color was not a reason for them to not be treated the same, but he references words of St. Peter that would say otherwise. In conclusion, throughout history, it has been observed that certain religions can breed a specific mindset that may lead to prejudice against other groups, particularly other religious groups and races. The pious people tended to be so caught up in their religion being the correct one that they treated others as lesser individuals when they didn't carry the same beliefs. These beliefs can outlast the slaughter, bullying, and enslavement of those differing individuals. They chose to interpret their text in a way that only applied to their fellow followers,